Yeah, good morning, Peculiar Harrison. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Well, I'm actually live once again on youtube.com/positive world charity, and I'm also on Instagram live. A lot of people have been like disturbing me about my last video that I need to do another one, but it's not been easy. Combining work and doing live video, to be honest, is so challenging. Doing live video compared to doing just ordinary video and then you just post it online whenever you deem fit. But having to do live video, it takes a lot of inspiration. It takes a lot of ideas. It's not something you can just do on your own, because I'm the type who don't just like to talk just because I want to talk. I'm the type who likes to talk when it is necessary, when I know God is actually in it. God is in it for me to speak. I want God to speak through me, no matter what people will think about it, because I know it's absolutely difficult to satisfy even your very self, not to talk of satisfying anyone that you have around you. Very, very, very difficult. No one can ever tell me that he can satisfy himself, no matter how rich you are. Because even though you are rich, you can buy anything with whatever money you have made so far in life. You can never buy the air you breathe. Neither can you ever buy peace of mind. Neither can you buy your friends. Remember that. Your friends will act to you according to your status. If you are rich or poor, that determines the kind of lifestyle your friends will have to, accord you. So you can't buy your friend no matter how rich you are. In fact, when you are rich, that's when you are even in a very delicate situation to have a true friend. In fact, you find it difficult to even determine a true friend. But we are not talking about friends today. Good morning to everyone that wish to join me at this particular moment. It's not easy, like I said, combining business or work and doing life. Good morning. I really appreciate you, for those that are joining me right now, and those that probably will be joining me later on YouTube and live on Instagram, or watching my video later on. Thank you so much for joining. I know it's not easy as well for you to be working at the same time, listening to someone, talking on social media, or probably even though you're at home relaxing, trying to rest yourself so that you can get on later on to do one or two things to better your life. I know it's not easy. But today I want to talk about a topic, and the topic is about the beasts in our family. The beast in our family. Beast in our family, is what I want to talk about today. Some people will be wondering that, what do I mean by beast in our family? What do I mean beast in the family? The beast in the family is mostly the one we probably cannot recognize sometimes, out of the one we can't really recognize, or the one we cannot really determine by ourselves, or the one we cannot really pick by ourselves due to our kind of lifestyle sometimes. Sometimes it goes with upbringing, parental upbringing in our normal life, and now we have family of our own, and it becomes so difficult for us to be able to determine the beasts that actually live inside our dominion area, in our domicile. We can't really determine those kind of beasts. Mostly it's always has to do with upbringing, overlooking some certain situation. But what makes you overlook things? It has nothing to do with any other thing than the way you are or you were brought up. Now you now have family. What are you doing about it? There is a proverb that we normally hear when we're growing up. I was from Africa. Some people are from here in Europe. Some are from America. Some are from Asia. But whichever way, each and every one of these continents has a culture, whether we like it or not. We just choose to abolish our culture sometimes. We just choose to delete our culture sometimes. We just choose to overlook our culture sometimes and, embrace somebody else's culture, especially a wayward culture, a culture that cannot bring any life to your life, any positive, any positive improvement to your life, but than to destroy your life or even destroy everything you stand for, everything that could make your tomorrow a better, tomorrow. Anything that could make you, smile, anything that could make you happy tomorrow. You understand now? Anything that could wear with YouTube. I don't know why he's messing around. I think it's bad connection for YouTube. This video is going to be nice on YouTube. Well, anyway, I'll just continue whichever way. I don't know how it's going to be. I'm not very good at YouTube. I think the connection is better now again. I think it's better. Well, like I was saying, so anything that will make sure that your tomorrow, when I'm talking about tomorrow is about your future, when you are older, when you have grown older. You understand now? That beast in the family, make sure you do not enjoy your tomorrow, because he knows your tomorrow is very, very important. The moment your tomorrow is shattered, there is no how you could ever live a prudent life, a prudent elderly life. It's difficult. If you listen to my last video that I did concerning who is a father, you will understand a bit of what I'm actually trying to talk about. You understand now, concerning men that are never there for their wife and for their children. But today is not just about men, but it's about a couple, a family, the beast in our family. What are we doing about the beast in our family? And like I said, it's for us not to be able to do things right. It has to do with our upbringing, the way we're brought up. But nevertheless, this is also not an excuse. I have met a lot of people in my life, and I listened to their stories, and I got so perplexed. And I, at the same time, got so amazed. You know the reason why I got perplexed? It was the type of life, the experience while growing up with their parents, or while growing up with a guardian. I mean, if you remember very well, most of us in Africa were so unlucky to even grow up with some of our parents. We have to grow up with an auntie, an uncle, or probably someone that knows us somewhere. Some even grow up as an house help with a bad upbringing. And you realize, you wondered. The reason why I said I got amazed is you realize and you wondered the kind of life, the kind of positive life, prudent life, special life, amazing life the person is now living, even while he's now grown up, having family, raising family, having getting married and having children. You now start wondering that you find it so difficult to understand that you that went through a very decaded kind of upbringing could come up to become a light, even than those that grew up under their parents, have everything they could ever think of. Everything they could ever think of. Right time for them to be talked to, right time for them to be given whatever they needed. Yet the person that we're talking about here went through a complete domestic decaded lifestyle And yet, he could come up with what we call a standardized family, building up nation, building up tomorrow, building up empire in the life of their children. They do not, climb or using somebody else's to ride, but instead they use their horses to ride and learn from those that are doing it right, doing it well around themselves, and inculcating it into their life and making sure their life is even much more better than the one they even have. But it's rather unfortunate that you will be brought up. You have parents who can give you everything, but yet you still could not be satisfied. You have parents who could get you anything you wanted, but when we are talking of discipline, you lack in your lifestyle. It's so sad. It's so sad that as a parent, as a family, whether you are a mother or you are a father, we both need to have a joint team to break or to demolish or to delete or to remove the beast in our family, so that that beast will not be confronting us in the nearest future, and we will not be able to do anything to suppress that beast anymore, because once the beast is grown, there's nothing you can do anymore. Like I said before, I said there's a proverb that they normally said when we were growing up, that my father couldn't achieve anything, my mom could not achieve anything. Now you are in it. Let's see what you can actually achieve. Let's see what you can actually make out of life to make your life much more better than that one your parent could not achieve. Let's see how far you could do. We have started seeing you as well, seeing the kind of life, the kind of legacy you are living for your children, the way you mess around on social media, the way you mess around in the midst of your friends, the way you show yourself unnecessarily that doesn't warrant anything. Instead of you to be a good role model, portraying good image, even the so-called celebrity that some of us are trying to emulate sometimes, are not the kind of celebrity we're supposed to be emulating. We are even far better than them sometimes. Your children are watching. Whether you like it or not, your children are watching. And when they you saying, it is true that they will listen to you while they are young. Absolutely more than 100% true that they will listen to you while they are young. Why? It is simply because they have no choice. They do not know how to express themselves. They do not know how to express themselves. What they need to do is to just keep calm and be studying you. While they are studying you, they are going through training. They are undergoing training of life that no single soul can remove from them. Not even you can remove it from them. Not even 10,000 of you can remove it from them. Even Bible said it. It said, train up a child. When he grows old, he will not depart from it. But what are you even training yourself today? What are you doing to yourself today? Are you actually a good role model? The way you are no longer bothering to know the kind of age you are portraying at the moment, that you still acting like a 16-year-old girl or 16-year-old boy on the social media, and whereas you are over 20, you are over 30, you are over 40, you are over 60, even some grandmothers, some on a social media, in their community, in a party, in wherever they go, in the church, in the mosque, in the Buddhists, in Hindus, we say, oh, this life is not true, I have to enjoy my life. Who says you are not enjoying your life? You damage your reputation. Is that when you want to prove to people that you are enjoying your life even when they don't even care whether you exist? You are busy disturbing yourself. You are busy exposing yourself unnecessarily to people, to danger, to enemy that can easily walk up and damage your future. And you think impressing people, that's what makes you show that, oh, I'm enjoying my life. Those that have speaking evil in the past concerning you that you can never succeed in life, you now see yourself succeeding. You now think the best way is to let him know, yes, I can now see that I'm succeeding. And where to show off for. I normally say, don't tell people your dream. How do you show people your dream? It's not by showing off. It is not by showing off. It is by providing or creating something that can solve people's problems in your community, in your society, in your country, in your nation. What kind of potential do you have that can actually make people know that truly you are existing? It's not by whatever you wear, the shoe, the clothing, the house, or what have you've got. People want to see who you are in the society. What impact are you portraying in the society? Are you doing in the society? What are you actually standing for? What do you stand for in your community, in your society? What do you really stand for? Things that are done positively, and among those ones, those things. Do you understand now? If you are a fashion designer, a tailor, for example, that we call it in a traditional way or in a traditional way, a tailor, for example, can so people reckon with your design and say, yes, this is the reason why I respect this lady. Some people are even, they like your post simply because they like your post simply because they don't want you to be sad. The reason why they like your post, they don't want you to get angry at them. They are so hypocrite with you. You don't know that they are hypocrite with you, that they are not being truthful with you. They like it, they commented, but behind you, they bite you off. They bite your head off. And you think they truly like you. They just laugh at you. Should be shedding teeth, should be looking for who to lean on, who to rely on. Instead of you spending more time in building your life, building your home, building your children, building your home, building the garment of your tomorrow that you expect God to wear for you, you are busy messing around in everywhere you found yourself. So yeah, social media just come in. It's just a matter of some few years down the line. In our community, in the church, in wherever you found yourself. So there's just an avenue to showcase more things about yourself, about God. But you have no business there. I don't see any reason why you should be messing around. I'm not saying you shouldn't be on the social media. I'm not saying you shouldn't do any video on the social media. I'm not saying you shouldn't wear clothing, yesterday on social media. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying to you is that be moderate with whatever you're doing, because people are watching, especially your children. Do not turn your children to bulldogs. Children that has no culture, that people don't family, and these children from social media is quite unfortunate. And it is as a result of what you built, what you imparted in their life. Like I said to you, they cannot talk right now, but they will talk tomorrow. And by the time they start talking, by that time you will have been tired. And by that time you cannot stop them anymore, because now they are teenagers and above. And they will do whatever that you know. Today now, party today, party tomorrow, party today, party tomorrow, party today, party tomorrow. You don't have time. You do not have time. You don't spend time with your quality time with your family. It is either the men are in the club, the women are in the party with a uniform here and there. This one they call ashobi or what have you. There's nothing wrong in having all those things, but anything that is too much is a problem. Even water, when you drink water too much, you realize that you will not be able to lie down very well. We not to lie very well, not to talk of your tummy side or your face side. Is only going to create trouble for you. Every parent now today, we are busy, sad about the situation everywhere. In the UK, some are happening in Asia, happening even in Africa. Like in Africa, we call it courts in the uni. Not even in the uni. In secondary school as well. Children standing in each other, especially you doing so very much that everybody are lawful in their various, business wise, in their various lifestyle, in their various home. Everyone is lawful, even on the street. You cannot in you fighting unnecessarily, except these so-called children of ours. These so-called children of ours, that we are not thinking where the problem is actually biting us from. We are not bothering to wonder, why are we having this problem? Why are we having this problem? Why are we having these beasts in our home? I know a lot of us has bad upbringing. I know we have bad reputation. Our parents did not do enough. But right now that you are now a parent, what are you doing? Helping your children's future to be properly shaped. What are we doing? Children are knifing each other at the level of secondary school. And they've started this training right from our nose, right from primary school. They've started it. Teachers will call our attention to this. They will call our attention to this, telling us our children are joining gang. But what are we saying? We said they should shut up their mouth. They will report our children to us instead of us to take our children home, ask them deep questions, scold them where it is necessary. But instead, we are busy arguing with the teachers. These children of us watch us, seeing the way we are supporting them seriously against their teacher. And then they go back to school and do more worse than what it was in the last 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or thereabout. Our children choose to join the bad group in the class, making their mates sad at all times. They do not care. Saying all sort of things that are not supposed to be said in school. And yet we don't bother. Even our the teachers, they will report our children to us. We do not bother. Instead, we buy them toys. Instead, we take them to McDonald's. Instead, we do all sort of things that even make their life much more worse than what it's supposed to be. Why? Because we have not checked ourselves properly to know that, is there anything wrong with me? Why is it that they keep on, reporting my children in a negative way every now and then? What is going on? What am I doing wrong? What am I supposed to be doing right? Sit down, ponder about it, discuss with our husband or discuss with our wife and see what we need to do better to make our children much more better than what it is. Now our children grows from that wayward lifestyle of ours to secondary school age, and then they decide to join gang that we later called gangster. They join them, they send them deadly, against their fellow ones, against everyone around. At the end of the day, we lose our innocent life. We tailor. We have struggled to develop our money, our time, everything. We lose it. One particular child is destined for children with the way and manner they train them. With the way and manner they train them. We don't speak the truth before our children. We talk about lies. Everything is lies on lies. That's what we do every now and then. We don't understand. We do not understand, but we don't know we have become a music that these children are listening to. We don't know. And every music you listen to every day, whether you like it or one day you sing that song very well. Not possible even than the owner of the song. Actually, turn to a radio, just like I'm talking right now. Turn us to a radio. They've turned us to a music. They've turned us to movies. They watch it. They listen to us over and over and over. Practicing. And they're going to portray their own future. They were practicing. And they grow, you will see in grand style that even your hand cannot handle. A lot of parents have lost their children as soon as their children are entering into secondary school. When I've not had a child in secondary school, parents, have for with their about the way their children in the secondary school, and that they are being posting about it is something you can see clearly. And some parents are to help with their children. Their children has joined bad gang. The bad gang that they cannot even control. Why? Because of the way and manner they've allowed that child to have their way when they were young. When they do anything wrong, you don't scold them in the right way. We forget things. We forget our upbringing. Now our children are knifing each other. Who are them? And everybody now we are all perplexed. We are not happy with the way things are. Even some parents, they got up. They said, "Oh, we're gonna be a petition. We are all blaming government. We are all blaming government that government is not doing what's supposed to be doing enough. Government is not allowing us to train the child we gave back by ourselves that God gave to us." We said a government did not allow us to train our children the way we are supposed to be. They're supposed to be trained. Do we want government to give us cutlass to be cutting off the head of our children? For us to know that we should know the best way to train our children. Do you need to beat your child to finish until you know that you are training your children? You don't know that little things that your children are doing when they start growing up, even before they are 2 years old, before they are 1 year old. You don't know that those things are not supposed to be overlooked. They are not supposed to be overlooked. The moment your baby that you gave birth to could feed, could carry your breast inside his mouth by him or herself. The moment you, as a father, can be feeding your baby with the feeding bottle, and he's not putting that feeding bottle towards his or her nose, but he knows where to put it to, in her mouth. You don't know. That is where you're supposed to start training that child. That's where you're supposed to start training that child. Even a child inside the belly of our mothers, they misbehave. They do misbehave there. And what do? Why don't you just leave that child to continue doing whatever it pleases by conveniencing that mother? They can choke their elbow, they can choke their bottom, they can choke their leg, they can do all sort of things. You will see the woman's tummy rise up in one particular area like a rock that is not smooth. What does the mother do? She puts her hand there and rub it. Our child, calm down, and you see that place, leveled back. But just imagine you not doing that. You continue feeling pain, because as far as that child is concerned, he does not know what he's doing. As far as he's concerned, playing out. That's what he's doing. He's playing out. But you have to, by the time it comes to this word, this positive word, not a wicked word, is a positive word. When we make it positive for ourselves, what do? We are even from crying necessary things, toys, that we wouldn't want to share anything with your mate. You allow that child to have his way. You take your child to your friend's house. He or she will be fighting over somebody else's toys, beating even the owner of the toys. On top of it, you will overlook and say, oh, he's a child. That is the way every children does. You don't know. You started already destroying the life of that child. You don't allow that child to see. This is not your house. This is not your house. This is not belongs to you. You allow the owner, your son, to share it with you, and be calm, be respectful with the owner. He will allow you to play with it. And if now your child is in his own house with his own toy too, when another child comes, your child don't want you to play with his toys. You are also supposed to let that child know that there is good to share. You receive benefit in sharing. You receive love in sharing. You receive action in sharing. You receive peace. You receive harmony. You receive elevation. You receive blessing in sharing. Share with your friend. And if such child refuses to share, collect the toy from that child. Let the child know that yes, it is trouble when you don't want to share for you. It's as simple as that. When you do it over and over and over and over and over with your child, then your child will know you are not giving up. Then he needs to give up the devil inside his heart up for you. And you will see your child. The moment you do your eyes like this, he will understand and he will follow suit. And he will do accordingly. He's going to training with master such child, whether the child likes it or not. And before you know it, the child will follow suit and he will start walking in that line. And as time goes on as well, there will be so many things that will be coming up in that child's life. But must spare the child. The Bible said, it said spare the rod, but don't spare the child. There's a reason why God said all these things. Spare the rod, don't spare the child. It's not a raising Cain up and make sure you want to beat your child to coma. That's not literally the whole meaning of spare the rod, but don't spare the child. I'm not saying you shouldn't scold or smack your child. I am the type. who encourages smack, but your smacking should be in a little way, while your talking should be more. Do you understand now? And some little punishment for that child to know that he has done something wrong, like facing the wall, closing his eyes. No child appreciates staying alone. It's as if they are in prison, in bondage. That is the way they see it. Close your eyes, face the wall. Do you understand now? For some time. And by the time he comes back, you have to make sure that that child apologizes of what he has done. If he did not apologize, please do not give up. He has to face that wall again. Don't apply emotion. Do not be emotionally carried away by children. They are upset. The devil we make sure they are smarter than you, making sure that you give up. When devil make sure that you give up, he wants your future to be destroyed, because whether you take it on, those children are your future. Without them, you are nobody. Your future will be disarray. The child will not be able to put garment upon you by the time you are old and weak. By the time you are old and weak, the child will neglect you. They will forget about you because you have neglected them as well in the time you are supposed to be training them for your tomorrow, for your future. You are not telling them the truth. You let them get away with every bad lifestyle they want to live, saying that they are children. They are not children. You are the child. My Instagram will soon go down. Please, in case you're on Instagram, you can join me on YouTube. It's www.youtube.com/positivewordcharity. You can as well subscribe, and you're going to get this inspirational video once in a while that God led it in my mind to speak to us. Do not see me as a teacher here, please, but see me as an interactor, a counselor who want to also deliberate with you as well, who want to relate with you, relate together and share. And they always encourages me to speak to those other people I cannot. When I come on the social media here, it's like talking to the entire world. Please, let us say every little insubordinate that our children are portraying in the name of saying they are children. They are not children. They grow up to become a vampire. They grow up to become a vampire. That's what they become. When you spare your children from little insubordinate lifestyle they are portraying while they are young. You say they are young. They don't know anything. They are just children. I'm just waiting for him or her to become 2 years plus before I will start scolding her or him. Before I will start, before I will start embracing some little punishment on that child, because he doesn't know anything at this particular moment. Hey, who told you so? Who told you so? Have you forgotten what they call naughty too? Is it until your child is 2 years and be naughty, that's when you now want to start working on such child? Is it until your child is 3 years old, getting into school? Is that when you now want to be leaving some training, some discipline in your child? And later, you now be saying your child has put you up to social service. For those of us that are in Europe here or America, you are not training your children. And the teachers are keep telling you that they are not childminders, that they are teachers. By the time your child enter into primary school, the normal nursery at 3 years old plus, they tell you that they are not teachers. I've seen some teachers who pack the poo inside the pants of a child and into a nylon bag and leave it for that parent to come and have by the time they come back to pick up their children. They are practically telling you that they are not childminder, they are trained teachers. Some children, their children are still pooing in their pants, weeing in their pants, wearing pampers to school, and you think it's a life. See, let's call a spade, whether we like it or not. You can call me whatever you can call me. You can say I'm a bastard. You can call me whatsoever. You can even say I'm a sadist. This is what I have practicalized in my life, and I've seen it working. We give up on our children. That is the problem we have. We give up on our children. We get tired training our children, giving them the future that they deserve, so that they will come and give us garments by the time they are older. If you don't give your child the discipline that they deserve when they are young, they cannot cover you up by the time they are older, because you have not trained them. You have not given them that legacy they need to have. Go and listen to my video called Father on YouTube, Positive World Charity. youtube.com/Positive World Charity. Go and listen to that video. You will realize what I've said there concerning Father. That is me, a man. I spoke to myself there. I spoke to every man on this planet Earth. We cannot say we are Christian or Muslim or whatsoever we call ourselves, and we read Quran, we read Bible, or listen to our pastor speaking, and yet we don't emulate, we don't teach them practically. If you do not teach your children the way they should go, there is no how they can ever give you peace of mind when they are older. It is not possible. You cannot plant vegetable and what's it called? You cannot plant vegetable and at the end of the day, harvest corn, no matter how close they are to each other, whether you like it or not. Corn is a species of even crops as well, plants, and the same thing as vegetable that you will use to do your soup or whatsoever. You can't. You cannot. You cannot. Whatever you planted is what you will have. If you plant real yam, you will have real yam. If you plant water yam, you will have water yam. You can't plant water yam and expect to get real yam. It's not possible. It's whatever you planted, that's what you will get. You now follow your friends, spoiling their children, inculcating indiscipline in their life. You follow them, and say they are just children. And these are the children that grows older. By the time you are by the time they are in teenage period, you can no longer control them anymore. They become a lion, a vampire, even on you. They join gangster. The gangster take over their life. Have you not heard that the gangster, what they said they look out for, the type of children they are looking out for? Have you not heard? We are all on social media. Have you not heard the type of children that they say they are looking for? They say they look out for children from single home, single mother's home, or single father's home. They look out for such children. And they say they look out for children that are coming out from domestic violence home, whether there is father and mother there, but the father and mother are never in one direction. The mother is facing, is facing a road leads to Asia, while the father is facing a road leading to America. They don't agree. There's no way. They never agree. No way, no way, no way, no way. They never agree. It is argument upon argument, fighting upon fighting every now and then. And that child grows up tired of domestic violence. Those are the children the gangsters are looking out for. Those are the qualities they are looking out for. And then they started using small money, encouragement, friendship, to bring in your child, showing to your child that they care. Whereas no, they want to make sure that it gets close to them before they will now start sending your children a deadly errand that will be able to finish your child. And by the time your child has carried out 1 or 2 assignments, is already in their palms. When he says he wants to get out, they use all those things against such child. They use it against such child. They use it against such child. Do you understand now? They use it against them. And then he has no choice than to stay and become much more notorious. And when he refuses to stay, what do? They go after that child. They knife that child. They knife that child up. Go to Positive Watch, Positive Watch Charity, because my going down. The phone is running down, and I can't do anything about it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you very much for watching. You know, if you can join me on YouTube, I'll be so glad. So this is what they go through when they refuse. Even some of the child go into this unknowingly to themselves, and by the time they get to know, they say, what am I doing here? They want to pull out. They want to pull out. And by the time they want to pull out, sorry, they knife them down. I'm not saying that, because some parents here will say, are you now saying that it is every children that they knife down, they are all one way or the other part of the gangster? Well, whatever you want to believe, that's your own problem. I'm only saying my own, with the kind of experience, with my engagement with some of these gangsters that have repented. With some of these gangsters that have repented. These are the informations that we are getting from them. They don't just knife people down. Somehow, what they are doing is absolutely evil. And we parents need to put our children in check, so that no matter how pressurizing our children could ever pass through, they will never join them. And the banner of God will protect your child in everywhere we go to. Check it out now. Who is knifing each other? We say black people are being knifed. Who is knifing the black? The same black people, the foreigners are knifing themselves. Why is it the foreigners that are knifing themselves? The foreigners' children. Why is it the foreigners' children that are knifing themselves? Why should it be us? Why should it be us? We want to write petition now against government. We want to write petition now against UK government that they need to do something about it, that they are not protecting our child. They are not doing this, they are not doing that. What are we doing concerning the home training for our children? What are we doing concerning the upbringing of our children? Is it the whites that are knifing black? Or is it the black that is knifing white? Or is it Asian that is knifing black? Or is it black that is knifing Asian? Let's check it out. Let's look at the percentage. According to the research, we have the great numbers of black being brought down. The black children being brought down by black children, by Asian children. I'm sorry to mention, areas or race whatsoever. We are all British by the grace of God, whichever way it is. But whether we like it or not, cultures is very, very important. We have to face the fact here. We have to face the fact here. Before we start looking outward, are we looking inward? Are we truly looking inward? Are we looking inward? We need to look inward. We seriously need to look inward. What are we doing in our various homes? I'm talking to parents who want to listen, not the parents who have completely lost it. They don't care. Whatever anybody's got to say. They've dedicated their life to the devil, and they don't even know they have done that already. And they want to make sure they also dedicate the life of their children even to devil as well. And then they are expecting the best tomorrow from their children. It is not possible. You can't eat your cake and have it back. If anyone is telling you that the cake you make or the cake they gave to you, you eat it, you swallow it, and then you expect it to be in your palms again, you must be a dreamer. You must be a dreamer for you to eat, swallow your cake, and drink water on top of it, and at the same time have it back in your hand like a magician, like voodoo. Oh my God, you need to have a rethink. I am telling you, you seriously need to have a rethink. What are we doing? Let's check ourselves out. Let's check ourselves out. What are we doing wrong concerning our children? Let's give the good legacy to our children. Don't wait until your child gets into school before you start training your child. Don't spare your child. Spare the rod. Spare the rod. Spare the rod. Don't spare your child. If whether you like it or not, I know you may not be happy with my adage that I don't want to hear spare the rod, don't spare the child. You don't have to beat your child to finish before your child listens to you. Child. When a child wants to prove stubborn, you have to make sure that he met you on this earth, not you. You are in charge of your home, not the child. You are in charge of your home, not the child, not the other way around. We need to speak the truth always. The truth always. We have to be honest with the children. When you see us in the truth, the honesty in we our other church that to be the honest truth, peace, harmony, unity, love. We seriously need to do this. It's for our own good. It's for our own good. The children, our children will benefit. We will benefit much more in future. There are so many children today, they don't care anything about their parents. They don't care about their parents. And it's as a result, you did not train them. You did not inculcate discipline, good legacy, leadership in your children. That is why you couldn't get it right. And if you are teaching your children the right thing and yet they are not following suit, pray about it. Bring it to the God. Pray about it yourself. You do not need to rush to any pastor or run to any pastor or what have you before you can, remove whatever causes that you have in your head. If you have done anything wrong to any of your friends in the past or whatsoever, apologize. Plead unto God. Let God bring the purified blood of Jesus Christ upon yourself, upon your household. And you will realize how God will make your home pure. Apologize and be ready to resist from any other form of evil towards your mate. Doing good. Do good to everyone. And when you do good to everyone, you will know that good will befall your family. Good will embrace your family. Goodness and mercy will always come to your family. That's what will happen to you. Goodness and mercy will always come to your family, to your home. Very important. This is absolutely important. It's indebted in my heart that I cannot see parents, children wasting away. We want to fight government. Are we fighting ourselves? Are we looking inward? Are we checkmating ourselves? That these children are not meant to be spared when they are growing up? It's for their future. Be hard on them. It's very important. So that you will not cry tomorrow. Be hard and be flexible at the same time. Teach them. Be their teacher. Do not let any topic goes by without telling them the in-depth knowledge, what they need to know about it, the good and the bad of whatever they've done. Let them feel bad when they have done bad. Let them feel good when they have done good. Appraise them when they've done good. Make them feel bad when they have done bad. It's absolutely important. You are only building future for yourself. Building future for the children and building future for yourself. That is what will happen. That is the blessing of God that will come into your life. Even without you kneeling down and pray day and night. When you do the right thing as a parent, you show love to one another financially and morally. You don't bite people unnecessarily. You don't show wickedness to your mates, to your friends, to your family friends. To your family, when you don't show wickedness to them. When you show love, no matter how little that you have it, to your family friends, to your family, to everyone around you, your children will see you The way you are portraying such lifestyle, and they will grow up with it, they will train with it, we will practice it. You are the first role model. It's not Beyonce, it's not JD, it's not Akon. Let those people be their second role model. It's not Simon Cowell. Let them be their second role model. Be a good example. Wear your shoe. Before, let your children see you as their role model before they can even mention anybody. But when you fail to be their role model, I am so sorry. Those people can be their role model in their areas of specialty, in music or whatsoever, in sport. But about culture, moral, discipline, honesty, truth, charity, love one another, be their role model. Leadership, be their role model. Not Barack Obama should be their first role model. You should be their role model. Let your child be able to stand and say, if it's not my parent and God Almighty, I can never be in this situation, in this good situation I am today. Not your child biting your ears up by the time he's sentenced into prison. That's not the way it's supposed to be. I say, I want to speak to my mother. And then, Mom, I want to speak to your ear. Can you bring your ear here? And he bites it up. I said, this is what you have given to me. And can you see where you have gotten my life into now? Can you see where you have gotten my life into now? But let your child stand in front of the whole world and be saying that if not my parents, I can never be standing here today by the grace of Almighty God. I'm able to do all this good deed to the entire world, to my community, to my state. Let your child be able to speak like that to you. If your child couldn't do that, you have failed your child. And you have failed your future. Whatever that becomes you in future, whatever negative that becomes you in future, please bear it in mind. You brought it upon yourself. And there's no prayer that can actually eradicate it by that time. No. You only need prayer when they are young. When they are young, you need prayer. You need prayer in their life. Training them, you are also bringing them to God. Pray for their future. Pray for their life when they are young, that God should help you train them with yourself. And God should help you train yourself as well, that whatever you find enjoyment in and it's not good, God should remove it from your life. You should also be ready to catapult it out of your life, so that you can live a life of sacrifice for these children. And these children will feel it in the spirit that, my parents are doing their very best for me to live a good life. Practice honesty. Practice love. Practice truth, no matter how difficult it's going to be. Don't stand for evil. Stand against Yahoo. They don't mean well to us. They are arm robbers. They are arm robbers. Stand against bringing people down unnecessarily when they have not done anything wrong to you, but you want to run them down and you want the best for your family. It is not possible. If you wish people bad, whether you like it or not, no matter how long it may be, that is coming back to you. And your children is what they will use to punish you so dearly. No matter how rich you are, I keep on saying it, your money cannot save you when it comes to the life of moral. Your money can never save you, or immorality, whatever you call it. When it comes to the life of immorality, your money, your wealth can never save you. Can never save you. Success is not being determined by how many houses or how many buildings, how many companies, how many cars you've got. It is determined by those you have been able to affect in a positive light, that they can stand and speak well about you, even while you are still on earth. The leaders you have built through your children, through everyone around you, leaders you have built. The leaders you have built. The leaders you have built. That is what determines your success. When you are alive, they are speaking well about you. It brings everlasting joy to you, and you'll be growing younger instead of you growing older. It's only your numbers of age that will be counting. But people will see you and say, do you know you are looking radiant? You look so young. God bless your day, ma. God bless your day, sir. Your children are flourishing. Oh my God. I wish I'm going to be like you. In fact, I will work so hard to be like you. Can you tell me the secret why your children are good offsprings? Why people around you are good offsprings? Can you tell me the secret? And you tell them that it's not money. I tell them the truth that they need to hear. The word of truth. The message of truth. Not until they get to church before they can hear it. I made them realize what their Bible is meant for, what Jesus Christ of Nazareth said we should be doing. Showing love to one another. He said, love your neighbor as yourself. He did not say, kill your neighbor as yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself in his name. That is Jesus Christ's teaching. And I'm very sure that is the same way in the Bible, in the Quran as well, or any other religion books. Love your neighbor. Love covereth everything. Do not allow this thing to speak against you. By the time you grow old, you die on this earth and you want to go to God. Whether we want to follow Bible or follow Quran, or we don't want to even follow any books, remember very well, God created this earth with love. Because if it's not by love, there's no how we can be in bond. It's only love that brings joy to our face, to our life, that can make us being bonded together. So if that alone, that should be your religious book. That should be your religious book. Love at all time. And speak the truth where it matters. At all time. Be honest with people around. Don't be hypocrites. Don't be hypocrites. Speak the truth. Let devil be ashamed. If your friend will not like you, let him not like you. He will love you tomorrow. By the time he realizes whatever he's doing, he will love you. He will say, he told me, but I did not listen. She told me, I did not listen. I did not listen. But look at me now. And everything is flourishing for him and his children. Look at me. Look at my children. Speak the truth. And let devil be ashamed in their life. Let devil be ashamed. Let them not be happy with you now. They will love you tomorrow. I can assure you that. And be praying for them in your closet, that God should minister unto them, not just you speaking alone. It's very, very important. Let's embrace love. Let's embrace honesty. Let's embrace truth. Let's embrace elevation. Let's embrace encouragement. Let's embrace sanity. Encouragement is very, very important in our society. Black people are with black mind. It's not good. We are the one that is which wanting ourselves. Black community, wake up from your slumber. We are the one which wanting our children. We have passed it over even to our children now. Even our children are now knifing each other. Not even foreigners knifing us. We are the one knifing ourselves, and we shoulder that responsibility, the blame onto others, whereas we are supposed to look inward and checkmate ourselves. What are we doing wrong? What evil are we doing wrong? What type of indiscipline are we inculcating into the life of our children? And let's deviate from it and teach discipline, and resist against evil towards one another. When your mates are making it, don't slander them. Encourage them so that God can be encouraged to encourage you too. Your time will come. If this is not your time will come. Even though you are both praying together and he had a breakthrough before you, appreciate God in his life. That is the reason why you were praying together in the first place. So that your own time too will come, no matter how long you will wait. Your time will come. And if you have been there at the top, when somebody is growing up to get to you at that top, encourage that person, drag the person up. Don't hammer the person down. Don't bury the person down because you don't want anybody to share the same seat you are. Remember, one day you will leave that seat. Somebody that you can trust should take over that seat so that he could be able to protect you by the time you need anything back in that particular organization, in that particular country, in that particular community, in that particular area. Let the person be able to remember the help you render when you were at the top and he was growing up and you lifted that person up. Let him be able to remember by the time he's not sitting in this seat, in the chair where you were yesterday, be able to help you whenever you needed help there. Whenever you are helping anyone, don't believe that you are helping. You are only helping yourself. If you can have that at the back of your mind, if you can have that at the back of your mind, I tell you what, you will never miss it. Whenever you are helping anyone, either financially, morally, information-wise, no matter how little you can offer, let it be genuine. And you have it in mind that you are helping yourself. I tell you what, it will not be difficult for you to help. Make your life simple. Make it a life of simplicity. Live a life of simplicity. Help one another, especially we black. Nobody will do it for us. The whites are helping themselves. In fact, they are not just helping themselves alone. They are also helping us. Let's forget about times of slavery. Times of slavery has gone past. We are now in a new chapter, a new generation. Their children are not enslaving us. We are the one enslaving ourselves all over the world. We are the one enslaving ourselves all over the world. We are the one that is enslaving ourselves corporate-wise. You know, whatever wise we want to, even Facebook-wise, whatever wise we want to talk about. Social media-wise, we enslave ourselves. Let's open our heart to one another. Let's be at peace with one another. Let's show love to one another. Let's encourage one another. Let's kill the devil inside of our chest, in our heart, to hate one another when one is growing up. When one is growing up, let's encourage that person so that the person can look back and help the rest that are coming behind. You don't know. Maybe that is the David. That is the Joseph. You don't know, maybe that is the Jesus Christ of Nazareth that will come and help the rest of you. You don't know, but you choose to kill Jesus Christ over and over and over and over. And when on Sunday, you carry your Bible as big as it is, a minister of God. In the mosque as well, you call yourself Imam. You call yourself Alpha. But unfortunately, your heart is full of evil towards your fellow one that is growing up. You are not encouraging them to grow up. You said if we encourage him to grow up now, he will start matching our head everywhere. Why don't you let him match our head? Why don't you let God be worried about that? Why should you worry yourself about it? Why should you? When small blessing come towards your fellow one, you start speaking evil about that person. You say, is this or that? And yet we said God is the only one that can give the utmost blessing. But unfortunately, when the blessing comes, we don't realize that it's God. We speak evil concerning that fellow, and that fellow will be hearing it everywhere. Just because you can't achieve it does not mean somebody else cannot achieve it. And when the person not achieve it, what you can only do is to lambast that person, is to slander that person. This is act of evil. This is what is entry. That is the spirit that is entry into the life of our children, that they now start knifing themselves. Here in UK, in Africa, they kill themselves in courts, as a courtist, in university. Is what we are doing. I am talking to parents that are ready to listen, parents that are ready to change their life, parents that are already in this same line that I'm talking about today, and they are ready to do more. Those are the parents I'm talking to. I am not talking to parents that have sold their life to devil already. I am not talking to those ones, except those ones that are ready to change, no matter what it will take them, for the life of their children and for their tomorrow. Those are the people I'm talking to. Please, it's very, very important. We have to be very, very, optimistic about this. I cannot speak enough about this whole thing today, but I have no other choice than to rest myself now. And I pray that the Spirit of God, whoever that will be listening to the voice of God through my mouth today, will receive peace and receive alternative on how he will to recorrect all his bad ways and do the right thing for the benefit of our future. Remember, I stand to be positive word. God bless you all.